Please welcome my friend Hilah to the HGMM team. She's going to be sharing some fantastic food tips and ideas to help you get the most out of your kitchen. And be sure to check out Hilah's channel, Hilah Cooking. I've been a subscriber for years. It's my go-to cooking channel.
Hey, I'm Hilah from Hilah Cooking, and I'm going to show you my 3 best tips for how to pick a watermelon. Now, when you're at the store and you see the big piles of melons, the first thing you want to look for is one that has a big yellow spot on the bottom. This means that that's where it sort of sat on the ground for a long time and was able to get nice and ripe. Sometimes this yellow spot will also be flat on larger watermelons especially, but that's the first thing you want to look for. And then once you find one that has the big yellow spot, you want to give it a thump. See how it sounds like you're knocking on someone's door? Come on, knock on our door. You can sing that to yourself, and remember, compared to the sound that a cantaloupe makes when you tap on it, kind of a dull thump. And then this sounds good. And then you want to make sure that the one that you're picking up is heavy for its size. This is really heavy. I would guess this weighs at least 10 pounds. That's going to be a really good one. And then finally, a tip that really works better on cantaloupes, but occasionally you'll see this on a watermelon too, is you look at the stem end. So each melon and fruits, all have a blossom end, which is usually this little round end here, and that's where the blossom was, and the blossom fell off. And then there's the other end, the stem end, which is where it was attached to the plant. And this one actually is a really good example of a stem end that's a little bit concave, and that means that it was more ripe when it was picked. This is a great example I can show you on this cantaloupe here. See, this stem end is really concave. That means that whenever they picked this one, it just popped right off the stem because it was ripe and it was ready to go. If you see a big, a lot of times with watermelons especially, you'll see like a big piece of stem on there. Most of them have that. I don't know why, but if you can find one like this that's a little bit more indented, then that's going to be a good watermelon. So let's see if I was right on this watermelon. I'll cut it open and I'll taste it. And there's fancy ways you can cut up watermelon. The way I like to do it is the way my parents always did it, is just to cut it into wedges or triangles. So just make some slices this way. Oh, it's nice and red, and there's not a whole ton of white rind around it, so that's good. Got more meat, higher meat to rind ratio. Cut it out like that, a little like that. Ooh, smells good. And like that. You can put salt on it. Some people put salt and pepper. I'm just gonna try it like this. I did it. I picked a good watermelon. Thanks so much. I hope that these tips helped you. If you have any other suggestions on how to pick a melon, please leave it in a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to Home and Garden for Mere Mortals, and check me out at Hilah Cooking. Bye.
Raspberries would get about this tall, develop fruit, and then start falling. This takes up space, and it's also harder to get at the fruit. By having a tower, I eliminate the need for more space. A pyramid is another great example of a tower.